Hey guys, MuJK here. I'm going to do a before and after comparison of Randy. He just got a slew of ability awakenings today, and I want to awaken as many as possible. I'm not sure if I can afford them all, but we'll see. So right now he's at 930 attack. That's kind of like his stock value. Let me just show you the setup real quick. He has a water sword because I want him to be able to take advantage of Tidus's water reduction and all that, so that they'll kind of synergize. And I wasn't able to give him all the best stuff because obviously that went on my Tidus, but he has pretty good gear. So he has a water sword for that. He has a Gaian arm obviously for the raw damage. Dual wield, martial arts mastery, quick assault, quick assault. So that's his setup right now, 930 attack. Let's go see how much damage he can do against the training dummy, and then we'll compare once he has gotten all his enhancements out of the way. So I think we'll do 2 turns just to kind of get like a small average. Don't want to make this video too long. Unfortunately, his best attack right now is Slice Thrice, and it's pretty weak. It's 2.15 multiplier with a 35% defense reduction. So we would expect the second attack to do more damage. So let's see what happens. Okay, so 195k. And as you notice, it's called Slice Thrice. It looks like he's hitting 3 times, but he is dual wielded. So each weapon that you have, he's only attacking really once. So it is a finisher move. So let's go ahead and do that again. Actually, I can just repeat here. What was the first round? It was like 195k. So let's take the average here. 213. Alright, so let's call it 204k as the average. 204k. Now, let's go and give him some ability awakenings and see how much that makes a difference. So first we're going to do, I'm probably going to do some of the other stuff off video, but I'm going to do the stuff that we can kind of measure and test as far as damage output first. So Hero of the Holy Sword. Actually, it's called Hero of Legend, and what this does, it boosts his attack stats when he is equipped with the sword. By default, it's 35% attack, 20% defense and spirit when equipped with the sword, but after the first level of enhancement, it's 50%, 35%, and then the second enhancement is 100% and 35%, which is massive. And it also gives you a bonus 100% when you're only equipping with one hand. So maybe I can try out like a double hand setup as well, but I still think dual wield is going to be better as far as damage in the end. So let's do that. Hero of Legend. Here are the support crystals that I'm using. It's going to go from 35 to 50%. Okay, let's take a look at his stats now. Alright, so he went from 930 to 957. Not too huge, obviously, but this is the big jump here. So now it's going to go from 50% to 100%, which is huge. Alright, so that's a lot of support, Chris, but I'm banking on the fact that Ramza's not coming out anytime super soon. And, you know, Hero's Realm is actually not that expensive, and it's easy to farm up these things with these story events now. And I'm going to farm up some more support crystals anyway after this, so let's awaken this. Let's get that extra 50%. And let's see what the stats look like now. 992. Alright, so we went from 930 to 992. An increase of 62 attack so far. Really good. And then now let's go to upgrade his Slice Thrice, as it's called in global. Now, again, it's 2.15 with a 35% defense reduction. But with the enhancements, it's going to go to a 3x multiplier and a 50% defense debuff, and then at the second level, it's going to go to a 4x multiplier or 400%. So this is going to be kind of like Elza's Ravaging Blow, I think it's called. Nice defense reduction and pretty decent multiplier after it's enhanced. So let's go do this. Okay, and let's do it one more time. As far as finishers go, this is kind of one of the lesser finishing moves, unless you are taking advantage of the defense down. Like if you already have a debuff like on Warrior of Light and you're using that, then it's not going to really be as effective because you don't stack defense debuffs. But if you're using Randi exclusively for the defense debuffs and you're focusing your Warrior of Light more on, the light is with us and those kinds of things, emboldened, then this is a really handy skill. And it's going to do good damage anyway. So now we have that. The last one we're going to do here is called Power Charge. Now, what Power Charge did by default was just a 5-turn self buff for his limit burst, which is a 200% fill rate. And his limit burst is okay. It's just a single target physical attack. It is 11 hits, which is nice, but it's only like a 2.9 multiplier. It goes all the way up to 4.1 if you max it out. So you're gonna be able to spam that more often if you have heroes or Power Charge, I guess. But if you enhance it, it's also going to give yourself 2-turn 100% attack, defense, and spirit buff. And then on the second level, it's also going to grant you for 3 turns some really powerful attacks. So you're going to get like a really powerful AoE 2-hit physical attack. You're also going to get a 7x single target physical attack, which also debuffs their wind resistance, and it adds wind to your attacks. So yeah, that would be really nice. Actually, this would pair really well. I was going to say it would pair well with Fallen, but Fallen has a pretty reliable wind debuff anyway, so it's nice to have, but it's a nice multiplier, 7x. And then the other one is a 7x 10-hit physical attack, so really probably a good chaining move. I don't know the timings on that, but that's probably going to be the go-to move that I use if I do the Power Charge route. So let's go ahead and do that. I am curious to test that out. And I use tech crystals, which I haven't been able to use anywhere else. So I'm really happy that they're spreading it around a little bit. So let's awaken that. Alright, now he's fully upgraded as far as attack goes. So let's head back over to the training dummy. Alright, so before I think the average was 204k. Let's see what it does now. Alright, so here we go. Slice Thrice. Oh wow, it's like actually a 3-hit now instead of a 1-hit. Wow, 404k. So that basically doubled the damage output from before. It went from 204 to 404. Let's do it one more time, again for an average. $470. Okay, I think that was a lot stronger because the defense was already down, perhaps. So we're looking at like a 430, I don't know, 437k average, something like that. Definitely a big improvement. Now, you might be asking, why would I want to use him instead of like a Lunith? Well, he's very solid all around. He has like full status immunities once you get that awakened, and he's kind of like a Furion where he has a lot of killer abilities. He's actually like a better version of Furion. He has the Dragon Killers, Undead Killer, Beast Killer, Spirit Slayer, all that stuff. So that's what makes him so powerful. There probably are cases when Lunith is better, when none of those killer abilities are in. But yeah, that's why I'm doing it, and he's just going to be really solid all around. Now, let's try Power Charge, see how strong that is. Alright, so he's boosting himself, and it is going to give him a stat boost as well, so keep that in mind. So the first turn, obviously 0 damage. We're trying to see like what the average is across 2 turns because yeah, that's the only way to compare really. I don't know what the 10-hit combo attack is called. I can't really see it even with the translation here. So since we have him for 3 turns, we can use both of them. This is his AoE attack, swinging slash, really nice. But I am more interested in the single target. Okay, so this is the wind reduction one, which is the 7x multiplier, and then this is also 7x, but this is 10 hits. So let's see what this torrential slash does. I'm lagging. I'm sure this would be a lot faster and cooler if it wasn't so slow. It's a lot of hits. Wow. Okay, so across 2 turns, it was still better to do the power charge. Well, granted, for the slice Thrice test or whatever, he didn't have a buff, and then this power charge gave himself a buff. So that's going to be some of your difference right there. But 1.18 million is really good. Now let's try the other one, Whirlwind Slash. Alright, it looks very much like a Slice Thrice. And the second attack is going to be a lot stronger because he now has Wind Element and he's debuffed to Wind. Let's see how much damage that did. Okay, 923. I actually do want to try the AoE, just see what that looks like. So let me go back. And I can actually try, I can test out Slice Thrice again, this time with an Emboldened buff. So that's a little bit more of a fair comparison. Because in real fights you are going to have a buff up probably. So let's do that, Emboldened. Let's do 2 turns of Slice Thrice to compare the averages across 2 turns with this versus Power Charge. Okay, 537. Definitely an improvement, but not some massive difference. If there's not a massive difference, then I would say that Power Charge is still going to be the better route to go, because you're getting all those bonus stats, and that's going to last for a while, and it's going to be more survivable. All right, so that's about 1.07 million. Now let's try the Power Charge route. Obviously, again, we're doing the 2-turn average. The other one was about 540k average per turn. And now let's do the torrential slash again. I really wish I could show this to you guys in full speed, but it's just lagging. Alright, pretty consistent, 1.17 million. So Power Charge is definitely the way to go. And now let's see what swinging slash looks like. Cool AoE. So yeah, this is a 3 times 3 hit attack, 1.6 multiplier each. So that's a 4.8 AoE. Very, very powerful AoE there. Yep, definitely not too shabby. Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed. I think he's going to be kind of like my go-to main party finisher guy, just because he has so many nice things. He has ways to buff himself, he has status immunities, he also has regen, limit burst gain per turn, all that stuff. So I think he's going to replace Lunith for a lot of things. And then his killer abilities are really going to kick in massively when it's the right fight. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. I kind of am a little bit bummed that we got 3 finisher enhancements in a row, 4 if you count Dark Knight Cecil, like with Furion, Lunith, Dark Knight Cecil, and now Randi. But it is what it is, and I had the crystals to spare. The story events make crystal farming not too painful, and I'm happy I did it. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.